G'day everyone and welcome to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. Still pretty rammed at the moment. Kermit, I've taken him off the market, it's not selling, it's the wrong time of year and I don't want to compromise on it, so I'm not in a rush. Like I say, I will get round to Sting the CB400 because the timing needs sorted on that, but this is I suppose Derek's Paint Challenge episode 1, probably episode 0 actually, because at the moment what I want to paint or need to paint is on there, still on the Thundercat. The reason I need to paint it is, the reason I want to paint it is because of the scarring more than anything else. I have painted the back, so that's all good, cowling as well, so that's all nice and black. That's going to go initially black, but I do have some plans that I'm not going to go into just yet because I want to see what's going on, and eventually work my way to the fairings, etc. Now the observant may notice my tiny clock has arrived. I had to make a little mounting bracket, which was irritating. I thought it should come with it, but I've got a clock on my sounds, it's a stupid thing, but it just winds me up not knowing. So yeah, little clock on there, that's fine. Other bit that's turned up is USB power, so that's fine. So whilst I've got the tank off, I will bang that in as well. The replacement tank's down there, it's still got vinegar in it. It's been vinegar in it for what, 36 hours or so, and I've been reorientating it just to clean it through. It's clean enough, frankly. It's going to be on there for a little while. Whilst that's once that is painted and all done and dusted, while it's off, I'll give the carbs a good dose anyway, so if I've sucked any crap through, I'll clean it through. I haven't opened those carbs yet, it hasn't needed it. It probably will once I've been running it off a slightly dodgy tank for a little while. I do have builders next door again, so yeah, annoying. Right, first things first, let's get the tank off. Right, so we're just about there. Flushed that, got all the vinegar out of it. Actually, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. I've just flushed it with a little bit of fuel as well. Fuel's run clear. I've taken all of the gubbins, the tank and the sensor off the original one. It did come with a tap, but it was just a bit. Still got it. Where is it? Yeah, it did come with a tap, but it's just a bit ganky. So, and more than anything else, I just wanted to give it a bit of a clean round. So that's now clear. One of the older cushions, I don't know if that came off or whether or not it was in the base anyway, but it's pretty much good to go, and we'll have a look at that in a sec. I just want to get that mounted. One of the bits I did notice, there's a little bit of fuel down here, or sorry, that pipe was wet, and that's the main fuel pipe. You realise why it was wet. So what, I'm going to replace that obviously. But it's just one of those things, until you start digging into a bike, you don't really notice things that are going to cause you problems later. So I'm actually I'm happy I found a split fuel pipe. No, of course I'm not happy, but I'm happy I found it now rather than halfway down a motorway or in an A road in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I'll have a dig around. I'm sure I've got something that will do. What sort of diameter is that? Yeah, I'm sure I've got something. Let's get on with that. Right, so there we go. Unusually for me, I put a bike together and made it look worse. But hey, it fills a purpose. If I was being 100% honest with myself, and I'm using this as come the summer, a London commuter, if I really wanted to play down the bike, I'd probably leave this on. Anyway, right, let's just confirm. I mean, it seems to be getting fuel through fine. It's cold. Yeah. Now I think the best way for me to test it is to take it out for a quick cabbie. I need to nip to Halfords because I'm doing this in the in the most bog standard way possible. So you need to get some tins of primer for this bad boy, bit of high build for this bad boy, not for this one, for the other one. So I need a trip. I'll take your word for it. Tesco's delivery, looking for a house. Yeah, okay. Pass. It's thrown me. Strange lady's thrown me. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'll take it out for a quick cabbie. Right, before we go and have a look at that tank, for those that were following my camera mount and build, when I decided not to have it up on the dash, not to have it up the front, it was just too cluttered. I've chucked it in the back. That is a soap dish. All the new subscribers are going, what the fuck is this guy doing? That's a soap dish. It was getting condensation in there, so that's now waterproof, and behind the soap dish is a little one of those silicone gel moisture absorber thingies, you know, like you get in trainers and stuff when you buy them. So yeah, and just to prove the point, when the engine's on, ding, it starts recording, or when the engine's on, sorry, when the lights are on, which is all very cool. Now, looking at this tank, it's in really good condition, with the exception of, and I've no idea how that's happened, but you know, that's through the paint to the metal to the rust, so I'm going to have to rub that down. Probably a little bit of a wire wheel action on a drill, and the only other bit that I can find on it is a, you know, pseudo stone dip in there. So yeah, I'm really quite chuffed in the condition that's in, and I can't show you the inside, but it's as clean as a frickin' whistle. So right, let's get on the bike, make sure it works. I won't film it, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so a few household chores done, including a nip trip to Halfords, grab some paper, started on the tank. Apologies for the wind noise, it's getting a bit blustery. Yeah, this is always disheartening when you get to this point, because you have to be quite abrupt. So because the Yamaha is painted on, it's raised, so if I'm going to get rid of that, I need to sort of flatten that right out. I've gone really, I changed my mind about using any sort of rust remedy or anything like that, because I don't know how it's going to react with paint over the top, so I've just taken it back to the metal. So that's been harsh. That was what, 60 grit, really beating the crap out of it basically. But now I'm going to raise myself up the grits and just smoothing it all off. So at the moment, you know, obviously I've scratched it to hell to get the shape back and to repair the elements. So I'm going to go up the grits, get it to something reasonably smooth, and then start breaking out some filler for the little dints. Cool. Right, so that's the 180. Yeah, 180 done. I've gone for a softer pad because I'm not trying to flatten through things now. I just want to start matching the contours a little bit better. It's starting to look less disheartening. Frankly, I'll need to go around that edge. It's starting to look a little bit less disheartening. And it's starting to just come up with a few bits that I'm going to need to fill. Right, I'm going to carry on going. Oh, the sun's come out. Perfect. Right, so a bit of a wipe over later just to show where I need to do more. I did get the drill with a wire bit on it, predominantly for this dint, because it had old crap paint in there that I wasn't getting out with sandpaper. So there's no point painting over crap paint. So yeah, just had a go at it there. That'll do me. I've run out of time. I've got more done than I expected to, frankly, but I'd like to get it all done in one go, but it's never going to happen. I have other commitments, predominantly family. Yeah, so what next? Probably this evening, once the kids are in bed and all that lot, I'll chuck some filler on. I will do it sort of pea to golf ball in terms of hardener, not 50-50 as Eldel seems to do quite a lot. And that will give it a good sort of 12 hours to cure and set before I start having at it. Yeah, I'm really quite chuffed. I'm thinking of colours and colour schemes, because just as a flat black, that looks quite good. I do want to do something different though, but you know, that does look remarkably good, despite the fact it's a crappy tank with bits out of it and all that sort of thing, but it serves a purpose, and it does for the moment. Right, that will do me for now. Thanks very much for watching all. Thanks for the new subscribers. Hope this is kind of what you're after. It's warts and all. You will see my work conditions are, I work on the top of bins generally. I work hanging out of a garage that's full of my mini prides and joy mostly, but that's what the channel's for and about. It's for people that want to give it a go, or people that just like watching somebody else having a go. A bit of a voyeuristic pleasure in watching people fuck things up. Thanks very much all. I'll catch you later.